Hi there, I'm Chef Stephan Pyles, and I'm here to do a delicious dish for you. It's called peaky-toe crab with celery and grapefruit and a little Parmesan snow. I'm going to show you that little trick later, but I first want to introduce my little sidekick here. She's the star of the show. Her name is Tia.
Tia, hi.
She's a first-year student here at Dallas College, and I'm thrilled to have her help me today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You're going to have fun. I'm going to teach you some things, and you're going to teach me some. How's that?
Okay.
So I think we should get started with the vinaigrette. So this is really just a salad, but it's based really in winter because the Texas grapefruit season usually is in, late fall, early winter. And we're going to start with a little vinaigrette that uses our grapefruit. And so I've got some orange juice and some grapefruit juice. And I'm going to put a little lemon juice in there too. First, I'm going to do a little zest. And I do zest. I might do some zest of the grapefruit as well. I do zest in sauces and vinaigrettes. It's the essence of the fruit in the skin. So we're going to add a little grapefruit zest as well. And then while we're at it, I'm going to supreme a grapefruit. Have you heard of the Grapefruit Supremes? They're a great singing group. So I'm going to show you. What we do is take either end and just slice it off. And a grapefruit is more meaty than an orange. So in an orange you'd go here, but we're going to go deep because look here. You see we had to go that deep to get the flesh. Same thing over here. Yeah? So now we're just going to take all the peel off. Watch what I do, and I'm going to have you do one. So I'll take this one right here. I'm going to go right next to the membrane. You see that? I'm going to slice it down. And then I'm going to get on this side and just do the same thing. So I've got this really fresh, membraneless Supreme. That's called a Supreme. So you do that one right there. And we're going to save that one and save for our garnish. Whoops, you got a little, see? Oh, you're going that way. I'm sorry. You know what you're doing? I thought you were doing that one. You're doing good.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You did good. All right. That's a good one. That's better than mine. So, back to our vinaigrette. What do we have in here? I forgot.
Lemon juice, orange juice, grapefruit, zest.
Zest, right. So, I think it needs some more stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
Let's start with a little, because citrus is a little bit, it's very sweet, but it also has a little bit of acidity.
Acidic.
Certainly lemon more than orange or grapefruit.
Right.
But it still needs a little more of the real stuff. So what does that say?
Organic raspberry balsamic vinaigrette.
Ooh, that sounds good, doesn't it? Let's add a little of that. Look how thick this is because it's been reduced and aged. So we're going to add a little bit of that. And I think I want to add also some, what does that say?
White wine vinegar.
White wine vinegar. So we're going to add a little bit of that. Now, have you heard of someone called Julia Child? Please tell me you have. Oh my God. You just make me feel old. She is the mother of American cuisine. She brought French cuisine to America.
Oh,
we're going to have a little talk. She was the first ever celebrity TV show host. Oh yeah. We would be nowhere without Julia. Anyway, I'm going to have a little lesson with you. Julia was my mentor. I worked with her for many years, and she said, and she had this voice, you probably heard her mocked on Saturday Night Live, no? And she said, a good vinaigrette makes you cough. Okay. So we're going to add some oil, and I'm going to have you do this. You got, what do you have?
This is vegetable oil.
Vegetable oil.
And olive oil.
Extra virgin olive oil. So let's add some oil. Add either one, doesn't matter. It's going to be about 50-50, and it's going to be more oil than you think because it is about 3 to 1. 3% oil to 1% vinegar. All right, that's good. Now, add that. All right, that's good. Let's see if It's delicious. It works. It's perfect. So look what I have here. You know what that is?
It's really flaky salt.
Really flaky salt. We call that finishing salt.
Finishing
And this particular brand is called Maldon. It is like the Cadillac, the Bentley, the Rolls Royce of salt. So we're going to add some of that. Here's one I got over here. What does that smell like?
Like 4th of July barbecue.
There you go. Hickory smoked sea salt. We're going to add a little bit of that just for fun. 4th of July barbecue. That's a good answer, and it's coming up. Did we put lemon juice in here? We did not. So now we are. We're going to put a little lemon juice. So that's what it was missing. Now it'll really make you cough. All right, so that's good. There's our vinaigrette. We're going to use that twice. We're going to use it for the arugula, but we're also going to use it with the crab meat. So this is going to be 2 different layers here. So let's start now with all our other ingredients. So we've got celery leaves, and we've got celeriac, which is the root, and it's just what grows at the bottom of this in the ground. So it's a very earthy kind of flavor, and it's kind of chewy. It's real nice. So we have those 2 things. So we're going to just add those. We're going to add our crab. Let's talk about crab. The recipe calls for piquito crab, but guess what? We're using something else, and that's the beauty about recipes is that we can substitute. And this is our delicious Gulf Coast crab meat. So this is from the Gulf, and it's some of the best crab meat in the world. Jumbo lump. You can buy that in most any store. So we're going to add to that our, what is this?
Celery root.
What's the other word for it? Do you remember? There's 2 words. It's a French word. Celeriac.
Celeriac.
Celeriac. Yeah. So now, this is, let's show them how to do this. I've got, in fact, I'm going to have you do it. Let's see, let's do it right here. So I'm going to take a celery stalk, and we're going to cut it on this little, I call this a mini mandolin, and you just do it right there, and you just do it real quick. Boom, 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 boom. See how easy that is? And look. It's just beautiful. Perfect little slices. And that's the thing about the salad. Everything's delicate and nicely, thinly sliced. So, all right, so there we go. So we're going to add the finely sliced celery. Let's see, what else do we have? We're going to add this. I think we'll add this. The recipe actually calls for mixing the arugula with the celery leaves.
Okay.
But we're going to change it up. Because we're here to be bangers. How's that? So, all right, so I'll save a little bit for the arugula. How's that? How about we do it twice? All right, now here's the other trick, or the other great thing I'm going to show you. And that is diced, seedless Serrano chilies. Let me tell you something about Serrano chilies. So chilies are based on something called the Scoville unit. I like to simplify it and say 1 to 10. You know, bell pepper is yawning, but it's, you know, but then there's the 5 is maybe a jalapeno serrano, and 10 is the habanero, ghost pepper. Yeah, but they actually have Scoville units. So this is about 35,000 Scoville units. So if this is 35,000, what is a ghost pepper or a habanero?
That's hotter than that.
Yeah, so what is it? If this is 35,000, take a guess.
50,000.
450,000 Scoville units. So
That's insane.
we're not doing habaneros today, but we are doing the Serranos. Serrano, Serrano, Serrano. That's a very Texas sort of thing. So I'm going to show you how to seed a Serrano. Now, see, you have gloves. If you have to wear gloves while you're doing this, you don't have to. I suggest you do. The other thing you might want to do is just lightly oil your fingers, because that keeps the capsaicin from entering your skin. So you want to cut the tip off, cut it in half.
Just down the middle?
Yeah, right down the middle. And then you just want to take the seeds out with a knife or with your, I'd use the knife and your fingers maybe. Just, let's see how we'll do that. Yeah, there you go. Very good. Yeah, and that takes away a lot of the heat, but it also, it refines the dish when you just have the chili pieces in here, not the seeds. There you go. Did a good job. That looks good. And then the membrane, so all the heat is in the seeds and the membrane. So these are that's the hot part. So there we go. Oh, we forgot
The honey.
the honey in our vinaigrette. You forgot the honey. All right, so what does that say?
Raw harvest honey, East Texas wildflower.
East Texas wildflower. That's great. So we're going to add just a little, we're going to have it make a guest appearance. How's that? Does that look pretty good? Is that enough, do you think? Or do you think we need more? What do you think?
I think that's enough.
Is that enough? All right. Taste that for me. There you go.
No, that's really good.
All right, see? Now you're going to go home and Google Julia Child, aren't you? All right, so here's our arugula. Let's see, we got everything else. So we'll do that. We're going to dress them individually. We got our lovely little vinaigrette here, so we're going to take that. And just, I think I'll use a spoon for this. So you see everything in there. It looks really good. Did we add salt? We didn't yet, so we're going to add a little salt. Got to season everything with a little salt. Salt makes the world go round. So here's our presentation. I've got a ring mold here, and I've just oiled it lightly because we're going to put our little Gulf Coast crab or piquito crab or whatever we're using right in the center. We're going to put your lovely grapefruit, what's the word?
Flesh?
Supreme. Your supreme. And we're going to add a few more that I did this morning that aren't nearly as pretty as yours. So we press that down, and then we're just going to take that off, and hopefully it'll stand up. All right, so we're going to have to put a little arugula with that just because it looks like it really needs it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we happen to have some vinaigrette left. That's good news, right? So say when. What do you think, Tia?
That's good.
Is that good? All right. And you know what? I'm going to let you season it with salt this time. That's perfect. Wow, how'd you do that? That's the perfect amount. All right. So we're going to just mix that up. Oh, we saved some celery leaves, remember? Yeah. So let's put that in. Now, I'm going to kind of balance the plate. We'll just put that right next to it. I like a little height on the salad, so we're going to do just a little taller. Maybe one little celery leaf on top. All right, 2. So that looks pretty good. All right, now we're going to do 2 things. One is in the recipe, and one is not. This is our Parmesan snow. And so what we do is take a good piece of Reggiano Parmesan, and we just grate it on a microplane. Microplane, see? Do you have one of these?
I do have one.
Yeah, they're cool, aren't they? So, and we're just going to snow. We're going to snow, let it snow, let it snow. This is a winter dish. So we're going to let it snow all over the plate. There we go. Now, here's a little piece that was not in the recipe, but I'll tell you how to make it. It's called a fluid gel.
Okay.
This is part of a modern cuisine, and it's grapefruit juice that I've also added a little carrot juice to, just for color and a sweetness.
I can tell the carrot
it's
color.
on, right? And so we bring it to a boil, the juice, and we disperse it with gelin, which is like a gelatin. And then you cook it for a while, and then you put it in the freezer and let it set up completely. And then we take it out and put it in a blender. It's as simple as that. And so you've got a sauce. You can make it with, raspberry puree or beet liquid, in a blender or in a juicer. But this is grapefruit for the salad. So what it does, it's like a sauce, but it holds. So it's like a little beautiful presentation on the plate, you see. And you can do as many or as few of these as you want. We'll do some over here. You want to try one?
I do want to try one.
Okay. You put your finger here and you shake it once. There you go. Wow. Wow, pretty good. How'd that feel? It's kind of cute, isn't it?
It is cute.
There we go. So, I want to thank you for coming, and buen provecho, and as I like to say, spicy cooking and happy eating.